Now I read the other day, George Washington did say, never trust a nigger with a gun. And I thought it very queer that a man we loved so dear would never trust a nigger with a gun. But times have changed since then, and likewise have the men. Never trust a nigger with a gun. To darkies now I'm free, and I would like to see who never trust a nigger with a gun. Then don't you worry, children, don't worry. Darkies, don't worry, they'll trust you with a gun. Then don't you worry, children, don't worry. Darkies, don't worry, they'll trust you with a gun. For ain't you seen the colored troops when they were on parade? With heads erect for line and step, the whites are in the shade. For they're not only drilled for show, they fight and never run. The people learned this much I know, to trust them with a gun. Now one thing I would advise, if the anarchists should rise, never trust a nigger with a gun. If they try Chicago here, it will cost them very dear. So never trust a nigger with a gun. You bet you'll hear them yell as we darkies give them well. Never trust a nigger with a gun. We'll finish up the story by sending him to glory. So never trust a nigger with a gun. Then don't you worry, children, don't worry. Darkies, don't worry, they'll trust you with a gun. Then don't you worry, children, don't worry. Darkies, don't worry, they'll trust you with a gun. For ain't you seen the colored troops when they were on parade? With heads erect for line and step, the whites are in the shade. For they're not only drilled for show, they fight and never run. The people learned as much I know, to trust them with a gun. Now the black man, he can fight as well as any white. Never trust a nigger with a gun. And history will show how brave he faced a foe. Oh, never trust a nigger with a gun. Now when the war broke out, did anybody shout, never trust a nigger with a gun? They sent him to the front and made him stand up front. You bet they'll trust a nigger with a gun. Then don't you worry, children, don't worry. Darkies, don't worry, they'll trust you with a gun. Then don't you worry, children, don't worry. Darkies, don't worry, they'll trust you with a gun. For ain't you seen the colored troops when they were on parade? With heads erect for line and step, the whites are in the shade. For they're not only drilled for show, they fight and never run. The people learned as much I know, to trust them with a gun. Ain't you seen the colored troops when they were on parade? With heads erect for line and step, the whites are in the shade. For they're not only drilled for show, they fight and never run. The people learned as much I know, to trust them with a gun.